So sa accreditation, ang number one na dapat nyong gawin before kayong magkaroon ng accreditation is to attend a training. So si ASD, nire-require din niya po ang training. So before kayo mag-attend ng training, ito yung mga qualifications namin. So number one, at least 18 years of age and at least high school graduate. So yung training duration niya po, 2 days po siya for ASD and 1 day po for individual business operator. During the training, meron din tayong 50-item retest and post-test para ma-evaluate lang po namin kung ano po yung meron na knowledge po kayo. And then, lastly, magkakaroon po ng certificate of attendance na i-issue dun sa nakakomplete po ng 2 days training and 1 day training. So for the clients within the NCR po, si Field Operations Coordinating Unit po ng FPA Central Office ang nagkakandak ng ASD training. Sa mga outside within the NCR naman po, yung mga provincial and regional officers po namin ang nagkakandak po ng training. So ang requirements po sa ASD, for new application po, number one, accomplished application lang po with recent 1x1 latest picture po, white background. And number two, yung certificate of attendance to ASD training. So sa renewal, ang requirement lang po is yung application form with 1x1 picture din po. So next nating accreditation is the Accredited Responsible Care Officer. So yung si ARCO, ini-issue namin siya sa mga proprietors or employees po ng mga pesticide handlers such as importer, distributor, national distributor, area distributor, inventor, trader, pesticide supplier, local subsidiary, representative, exporter, manufacturer, formulator, repacker, extruder, and end user or institutional user. So for the training, so during the training, meron pong binibigay na standard module for ARCO. And then yung duration po ng training is 3 days. So yung mga training po natin, kinakandak po siya ng tinatawag naming PATA or yung FPA Accredited Training Associations. The schedule of trainings, examinations, and symposia shall be published at the FPA websites. And lahat lang po ng mga applicants na nakakompleto ng training ang pwedeng mag-take po ng FPA examination. So, bali ganito po siya, meron tayong 3 days training. So, after nung 3 days training, merong examination. So for examination, ang rating niya po, kung 70% ang nakuha niyong rating, meaning pasado po. Kung 60 to 69%, removal, and then 59 below po, failed. Dun sa mga nakakuha ng removal na rating, pwede kayong mag-take ng examination ulit, isang beses lang po, from the date ng issuance po ng test result namin without undergoing another training. So the requirements for ARCO, for new application, accomplished application form lang din po with 1x1 picture, white background, and then yung number 2, certificate of attendance to training conducted by the training association, and number 3, pass the examination, and lastly po yung certificate of employment. So for renewal, accomplished application form with 1x1 picture. Second, certificate of attendance to 2 symposia po, and then certificate of employment. So yung number 3 natin is yung agricultural certified pesticide applicators. So yung scope niya, the pesticide applicator may be exterminator, fumigator, drone controller, or drone spray crew operator. So sino yung mga pwedeng mag-avail nito? So number 1, yung persons employed in a FPA licensed pest control operators. Number 2, person employed or owners of companies or institutions as in-house agricultural fumigators, and exterminators. So number 3, persons who are active CPAs and have a license from the CAAP. And number 4, persons who are active CPA or ARCO for drone spray crew supervisors. Yung areas of activity coverage ng mga ina-accredit lang po namin na CPAs ay yung crops, grains, ornamentals, raw wood materials, seed crops, trees, turfs, and wood packaging materials. So lahat lang po ng related with agricultural. So yung requirements po, number 1 sa training, there will be a standard module po for each type of CPA training. So for fumigator, meron po tayong module na for fumigator lang and meron namang module for exterminator lang po. So same lang din with ARCO, 3 days training. And then si training association, kailangan i-ensure na yung mga participants ay Filipino citizens, legal age, and merong college level of education. Tapos kung sino lang din po yung nakakomplete ng 3 days attendance sa training, sila din yung pwedeng mag-attend ng mag-take ng examination. So for CPA, ang ratings niya ng pasado ay 70%, sa removal 66 to 69%, and sa field 65 below. So same lang din po with ARCO, si removal pwede siyang mag-take ng isang exam ulit from the date po ng issuance ng nirelease namin yung result within 1 year po. So yung requirements natin for new application, for agricultural fumigator, meron tayong accomplished application with 1-by-1 picture, certificate of attendance to the training po ng fumigator, and then napasa din yung examination and certificate of employment. For agricultural exterminator, meron tayong accomplished form, certificate of attendance sa exterminator na training, napasa din yung examination, certificate of employment, and then yung details on the agricultural produce and other pending pests to be treated. For drone controller, ito po yung bago nating accreditation. Ang requirement natin dyan ay yung accomplished form, certificate of attendance applicable training, and then certificate of employment. And then dapat po may CAAP license. Tapos, si drone controller, nire-require nyo po na meron po muna kayong CPA accreditation before po kayo magkaroon ng drone controller accreditation. And then lastly, si drone spray crew supervisor. So yung requirements naman po niya ay accomplish application form with 1-by-1 picture, certificate of attendance to applicable training, and then certificate of employment, CAAP license po. And for drone spray crew supervisor, it's either po CPA accredited kayo or ARCO accredited. So for renewal, same lang din siya, magkakaiba lang po siya dito kasi pag renewal, symposium na yung ina-attendan. So for fumigator, application form din po and then certificate of attendance to symposium and yung certificate of employment. For exterminator, accomplish application form and then certificate of attendance to symposium na and certificate of employment and then yung details on the agricultural produce, pest treated, and then yung pesticide formulation and volume use. So fumigator po pala kapag in-house kayo and then renewal, kailangan din namin yung details on the agricultural produce, pest treated, and pesticide formulation and volume use. Sa drone controller naman po, ganun din siya, certificate of, accomplished application form and then certificate to symposium, certificate of employment, and then yung CAAP license and yung nirenew nyo na CPA accreditation. Sa drone spray crew supervisor naman, ang kinaiba lang niya, CPA or accredited ARCO kayo. So yung next natin, yung last, yung fertilizer and pesticide researchers. So yung researchers natin, sila yung nagkakandak ng experiment para mag-generate ng data to support yung registration ng pesticide and fertilizer. So yung mga disciplines under the fertilizer researcher, we have the plant nutrition. For pesticide researcher, we have the entomology, plant pathology, weed science, supervised pesticide residue trial, and other allied research disciplines. So yung requirement for the training, so during the training, meron din siyang standard module for the researcher training, and then yung duration lang niya, 2 days. So during the training, maggagawa po kayo ng protocol doon. The workshop output includes presentation of test protocols for representative disciplines and crops written by the participants as well as critiquing of the protocols. And then kapag gawa niyo po ng protocol doon, ine-evaluate po siya ng mga technical evaluators po namin. Yung technical evaluators, naka-indicate po siya doon sa SO na ini-issue ng Pesticide Regulations Divisions po. So may mga naka-assign po kami per discipline na technical evaluators na nag-check po ng mga protocols. So the requirements po for researchers, number 1, accomplish application with 1x1 picture, white background. Number 2, certificate of attendance to training conducted by FATA. And then number 3, latest resume po with details on research undertakings with signature po dapat yan. And number 4, yung approved protocol na ginawa nyo po during the training. And kapag new application, with at least 3 years na po yung nire-require namin ngayon. With at least 3 years research experience po. And then yung renewal, so same lang din po siya, accomplish application form with 1x1 picture, certificate of attendance to symposium naman po for renewal, and then yung latest resume with details of research undertakings. So yung nabago po namin ngayon is kapag in-house researchers ka, tapos hindi po ina-allow yung mga publication ng researches, kailangan na po namin ng certification stating na yun nga po, hindi pwede yung nagpa-publish since due to the confidentiality. So for additional research discipline, halimbawa meron na po kaming na-accredits na discipline po sa inyo nung una, tapos magdadagdag po kayo, nag-attend ulit kayo ng training, and then gumawa ulit kayo ng protocol, pwede naman po yun. And ito yung mga requirements doon. Accomplish application form with 1x1 picture. Tapos second, certificate of attendance to the training conducted by FATA. Number 3, latest resume with details on research undertakings. Number 4, yung approved protocol. And last, yung authorship of 1 publication in a referee journal po, or 2 journals po. 2 in a non-referee journals. Kung wala po nung publication, with at least 5 years research experience po yung kailangan on the additional discipline. So ito po yung mga fees namin, and then yung validity. For ASD, 600 pesos po yung payment. 3 years valid na siya. For ARCO, 900 pesos, 3 years validity. For CPA, fumigator or exterminator, 600, 1 year validity. For drone controller or spray operation crew, 600 pesos, 1 year validity po. And sa researcher, kapag first discipline po, 1,200 siya. And then, kapag magpapa-additional discipline po kayo and separate ID yung preferred nyo po, additional 1,200 po. 1,200. Pero kung pagsasamahin lang natin siya sa isang ID, 400 pesos for each discipline. And then yung validity niya, 2 years. For the PATA, 1 year validity po yung accreditation nila. So dun sa memorandum circulars po namin, nakalagay dun na no surcharges shall be imposed on late renewal po. So yung mga naging adjustment po namin ngayong new normal, so from face-to-face na trainings and symposia po noon, kinandak na po namin yung online training and symposia for our CPA and researchers. So from August to November, natapos na po namin yung schedule na online po siya through Zoom meeting. And then yung examination namin, online na din po siya. So yun po, may mga in-schedule po kami na dito po sila nag-exam or sa provincial office po namin. And then for ASD training, meron din po kami tinatawag na virtual training. So online na din po siya, conducted by the POCU. And then meron din po yung alternative ASD training. So parang kinompress po yung training from 2 days dati. So kinompress po siya into shorter hours po. And limited lang yung number of persons po na nag-a-attend ng training. So yun, application forms po pala sa lahat po na nagtatanong, pwede nyo siyang ma-download sa FPA website. So may services po under ng services na tab, and then click nyo lang po yung download forms. Nandun naman po lahat for ASD, ARCO, CPA, drone po, spray crew, researchers, nandyan na po lahat po yan. See? So yun po, for the accreditation, yun lang po.
Okay po, thank you very much po, Ma'am Aleni. So ayan, so yung mga participants po natin, you may ask po questions now, or you may post already yung questions po dito po sa ating pong chat box, no? So in continuation po doon sa pong sinabi ni Ma'am Aleni po, no? Ito yung mga ibang external services ni ng Planning Management and Information Division. So allow me to share my screen po. Ayan, so itong accreditation, wait. Sorry. Sir Raha, kindly ask. Hindi siya Ayan po. Ito pong isang external service po ng Planning Management and Information Division. Ito pong accreditation of training association. This is para po ito dun sa mga associations na nagnanais na maging partner po ng FPA na mag-conduct ng mga different accreditation trainings and symposia po. This is in pursuance din po sa mga provisions ng PD 1144 and mga sa guidelines ni FPA, dun po sa FPA Green Book and Blue Book po. For the requirements, dun po sa mga training associations po, for new applicants, ito po. First is accomplish application form for accreditation. Second is SEC registration form from the Securities and Exchange Commission. Number 3 is yung general information sheet, which contains the roster of membership. Number 4 is association profile. Number 5 is the list of trainers and their qualifications. And lastly po yung training module. Actually, ito pong accreditation of training associations, yung license po nila is valid for 1 year. So after 1 year po, you need to renew. And kapag magre-renew po kayo, ito po yung mga requirements po. Una is yung accomplished application for accreditation. Second, overall training evaluation rating of at least satisfactory. So, ayan. Number 3 po, updated general information sheet of the association or organization. So, Ma'am Aleni, kung may mga kung may mga dagdag ka na lang po dito sa aking discussion on accreditation of training associations. Ayan. So, I'm just showing po yung mga requirements po. Ayan. And second po naming external service is yung provision of information materials. So sa mga nagnanais po na mabigyan ng mga different IECs on FPA profile, PD 1144, restricted and banned pesticides, gabay sa tamang paggamit ng abono at pestisidyo, mga FPA paalala from number 1 to number 4, and pati din po yung aming pong FOI People's Manual, Citizens Charter, weekly news bites, guidelines, and mga publications po din po namin, such as newsletters po. You can request po to us dito po sa information section po ng Planning Management and Information Division. Ayan po. Ayun. Actually, yun is additional lamang po. Ito pong provision of information materials and accreditation of training association. Ayun po. So, ayun po. For the announcements po, proceed na po tayo sa announcements. So, for the participants, you may post na po yung mga questions nyo since yung last part po ng ating webinar is yung Q&A. So, let's proceed po dun sa announcements. Ayun po. So ngayong November 25, ito na nga po yung ongoing na topic ngayon, yung issuance of accreditation for ARCO, CPA, fertilizer and pesticide researcher, and accredited safety dispenser. So second to the last po yung pong ating webinar ngayon. And next week po on December 2, 2020, yun na po yung last na episode ng ating webinar. And our topic would be facilitation and submission of fertilizer and pesticide samples to the Laboratory Services Division for confirmatory analysis, permit to purchase methyl bromide, issuance of certificate of laboratory recognition, and other laboratory testing and analytical services. So inulod ko po sa December 2 po yan, next week. Ayun po. Kindly take note po itong mga email addresses po ng Fertilizer Regulations Division. Kung pwede, paki-screenshot na lang po itong mga email addresses nila kasi marami po. Same thing po sa Pesticide Regulations Division. Kindly take note yung itong mga bago nilang email address. And ayun po. Kami din po dito sa accreditation din po, may bagong release din kami ng mga email addresses po. So for accredited safety dispenser, kindly send yung pong mga, tama po ba, mga requirements to fpa77.asd@gmail.com. For those applicants po for ARCO, they can send it to fpa77.arco@gmail.com. For certified pesticide applicator, fpa77.cpa@gmail.com. And lastly po, for fertilizer and pesticide researcher, fpa77.researcher@gmail.com. Ayan po. Ito po is aming pong ini-implement in compliance po with the Anti-Red Tape Authority Memorandum Circular 2020-06 dated August 27, 2020 relative to the electronic submission and acceptance of applications. Ayan po. So, yun po yung ini po kasi ng government natin ngayon, no? Yung electronic submission of and submission of documents. Ayun. So, ayan po. Ngayong araw po, ito pong araw, yung pong launching po actually ng 18-day campaign to end violence against women. So, kami dito sa FPA, we are actively participating po sa mga different activities ng being facilitated by the Philippine Commission on Women. Ayun po, para po maging aware po tayo doon sa mga different forms of violence against women and children. So mamaya po may activity po kami and kami po sa PIMID kasama din po kami doon. Ayan po. So ayan po, ito pong Wana and Bao, FPA DigiShorts Contest is actually one of the activities po ng aming pong FPA Gender and Development Focal Point System. Ayan po. So this is actually a short film making contest, no? Ayan. Mamaya din po ito. So after this, yung mga participants, we encourage you to like and share po yung pong mga i-post namin ng mga entries doon po sa FPA Gender and Development page na amin din pong i-share doon po sa official Facebook page ng Fertilizer and Pesticide Authority. Ayun. So, these are just some announcements lang. Ayan po. So, let's proceed na doon sa ating pong Q&A. Sige po. Before the Q&A, ito po muna. For if you want to access po or download yung PowerPoint na ginamit mo mismo dito sa ating webinar, you can download it po through the link provided, or you can scan po yung pong QR code para po directly mapunta kayo doon po sa Google Drive kung saan nyo pwedeng i-download pong mga PowerPoints na ginamit natin ngayong hapon. And of course, dito sa post-evaluation, ayun, ito na po. You may answer it now kung kaya nyo pong makasagutan na agad ito post-evaluation natin. You may do so po. Just type in po itong link na nakikita nyo ngayon sa screen. And you may also scan the QR code na nakikita nyo, no? Ayan. So, I'll try, we'll be posting this also in the Facebook page po, doon sa live stream mismo ng ating pong webinar ngayong hapon. Ayan. So, dumako na tayo dito sa final part ng ating webinar. As I have told you a while ago, actually, within 1 hour lang po yung ito pong ating session ngayon. So, for question and answer, ayan, ready na ba si Ma'am Aleni to answer this? And ano po pala, together with us po ngayong hapon po, kasama po pala namin si Ma'am Digna De Leon po. Siya po yung aming division chief po sa Planning Management and Information Division. Kasama din po namin si Ma'am Leonora Hapon po, Administrative Officer 5, under the Management section din po, dito ng PMID. So tingin ko ready na nga po yung ating mga kasamahan dito to answer your questions and inquiries. So meron na po ba anong unang question natin dyan? Okay na po ba? Okay. Sige, kindly wait po. We will be sharing to you po yung pong mga questions ninyo. And isa-isain din po naming sagutin yung mga katanungan nyo. Okay. Ayun. So for our question and answer, first question. Ayun. So pwede po pong humabol yung mga may katanungan po, kindly post dito sa ating pong chat box. Ayun. For ARCO manual, yung tanong po, do you have new version of ARCO manual or is it regularly updated? Ayan, sino po yung... Ay, sorry po.
Ayun po, hello po. Okay na. So yung new version po ng ARCO manual or regularly updated po, currently po kina-coordinate po namin siya with the Training Association para magkaroon tayo ng standard module for the ARCO manual. So same po with CPA, meron na kaming standard and updated manual.
Ayun. So kung okay na po tayo doon, next question po. So this is for a question about ARCO training. So do this training have an equivalent CPD units as part of renewal for PRC agriculture license? Ayun po.
So far, ngayon po, wala pa po, pero thank you for calling our attention po. So, i-coordinate po namin ito with the training associations para kung sakali man po, pwede natin siyang i-coordinate po para magkaroon ng CPD units po yung sa mga trainings po namin na kinakandak.
Ayun. So, kung okay na po tayo, let's proceed to the next question. May question pa ba? Ayun. So, from ABC Chemical Corporation, may separate payment po ba ang training po? So, anong training po ba? Accreditation training?
Yes po, merong separate payment po for training. So, yung payment po sa training associations po kayo magbabayad. And then yung sa accreditation naman po, iba din po yung payment noon. Sa FDA po siya.
Okay. Ayun. So, next question po. Ayan. So, from Noriel Castillano, virtual ESD training has post and pre-exam. It's possible to inform all attendees the result of the exam or inform the attendees failed or passed the exam. Some attendees were not informed. What is the reason why other attendee was not informed?
So for ASD training po kasi sir, ang nagkakandak po ay yung Field Operation Coordinating Unit po namin. So hindi po kasi siya sa amin naka-assign. Pero itong concern nyo sir, ipo-forward po namin para makuha din po yung attention nila po.
Okay. Next question po. So from Joseph Lagade via FB Live po. So sabi niya, good afternoon. May upcoming schedule na po ba kayo ng ASD training sa Tarlac area? Sino po kaya pwede makontak? Thank you po.
So yung pwede nyo pong makontak for ASD training, yung provincial officer po namin na naka-assign sa Tarlac. So kunin na lang po namin yung contact details nyo sir para ibigay po namin sa inyo yung contact number ng provincial officer po namin.
Okay po. Ayun, so may question pa ba? Ito po, from Marisa Pimentel. Since one of the requirements for the renewal of ARCO is to certificate of attendance to symposia, what is the frequency of symposia trainings? Our ARCO will expire in 2023. Thank you.
So yun po, yung requirement po is to certificate of attendance to symposia. So kahit po kailan po kayo mag-attend, as long as makakapag-comply kayo with the 2 attendance po sa symposia before po mag-expire yung accreditation nyo po. Basta at least 2 certificate, at least 2 attendance po sa symposia.
Okay. May question pa ba? Ayun, so from Noriel Castellano. Paano maka-avail ng mga FPA publications and information guidance? Pwede po bang makaya-subscribe para may automatic na papadalahan sa email? Pwede po. Kung itong sinasabi niya subscription, para po kung kunwari, ano ibig sabihin po ninyo? Para kung kunwari may bago kaming labas ng IEC, magbibigyan kayo agad? Ganun po ba yan? Ano po? Ito po kasi is parang external service siya. So, doon sa Citizen Charter, you need to request po, have a request. Mag-fill up po kayo doon sa application form. Ayun po, requesting us to provide you specific information material. Ayun po, kailangan may sinusunod po tayong proseso po para doon. Or you may directly email us doon po sa fpacentral@gmail.com po if for specific information material na gusto nyong makuha. Ayun. And doon po sa website po, meron pong part din doon na pwede nyo pong ma-download yung pong mga information materials na na-publish po namin. Ayun po. Punta din po kayo doon sa may downloads. Tingin ko download section din po ng website. Or doon po sa information resources pala. Information resources tab. I-click nyo yon, tapos doon sa mga buttons doon, click nyo yung mga publications, ganyan, makikita nyo yon. So next question po. Sige. May isa pa pong question. So allow us to copy-paste mo muna yung question yung notes para po ma-view ng lahat. Ayun. So yung mga questions po is ngayon lang po kasi nagdadatingan kaya ayun, ngayon lang din po namin actually na screen and na present or nakaka-copy paste doon po sa aming pong PowerPoint presentation. Ayun, ito na po. So this question is from Anwar Abdul. Foreigner ba to? So question is, meron po bang upcoming trainings for ARCO and other scopes for this year?
So yung training po namin, natapos na siya noong November. So mag-meeting pa po kami with training associations para po sa next year.
Okay. So wala na bang so last question na po ba 'yon? Ayun po. So kung last question na po 'yon, ibig sabihin parting time na, charot lang. Hindi. So let me show po ulit yung pong kindly stop ito. Stop na po sharing ng questions. So ayun. Let me show to you po yung mismong sa post-evaluation po. Ayan. So ayan. Kindly take note po yung link na for the post-evaluation. And again, reminders lang po na kindly type in legibly po yung pong pangalan ninyo and at the same time yung email po ninyo kapag po sasagutan niyo yung pong post evaluation. And po kasi ang daming nare-receive na hindi daw nila na-receive yung kanilang yung kanilang mga certificates. Ayun po. Nagbe-base lang po kasi kami doon sa kung ano yung tinype nyo doon po sa form kasi automatically magre-register po kung ano yung in-input nyo doon po sa mismong Google form. Kasi yung ginagawa namin, we just copy paste po kung ano yung mga in-encode nyo doon na email nyo para po ayun, kakopy lang namin and then send to you directly yung mga e-certificates ninyo. Ayun. So, kung wala na pong katanungan, ayun, that actually ends po yung pong ating webinar this afternoon, no? So, actually, short lang po talaga yung webinar po natin ngayon. Maikli lang yung ating pong naging talakayan. And next week po, inulit ko, it will be the last episode nito mo ating FPA webinar series. Ay, meron pa bang pahabol? Kala ko, sorry. Akala ko may pahabol na question. So, ayun. Next week po, yung last episode po nating FPA webinar series, it would be more on the discussion po yung sa amin pong laboratory testing and analytical services. So, ayun po. So, kung interested din po kayong malaman kung paano yung proseso ng ating pong laboratory testing and analytical services, ayun, join us din po next week in our webinar. And then, ayun po. So sa mga participants na nagkumpleto po or nag-attend sa lahat ng episodes ng ating webinar, you will be given a certificate of completion. So ibig sabihin mas kung titimbangin natin, mas mabigat 'yon kaysa sa certificate of participation. Ayun, no? So ayun, we hope na you will join us until the last very final episode ng ating pong webinar. Ayun po. So God bless us all. And doon sa Facebook page po, paalala po muli, ipopost po ulit ito pong link for the post-evaluation and at the same time yung pong webinar resources. So muli po at maraming salamat sa pagdalo for joining us in our webinar. So God bless us all po. Na natin yung